Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures, and we are here on our Arkansas farm, and it is a beautiful morning. It's about 50 degrees outside, and we are going to do a farm tour with bonus morning chores. So come along with me, and I'll share my farm with you. This is the state, basically the state outside that it was in when I got here a week ago. We have owned this property since December, and we've been going back and forth, but I just got here full time last Wednesday, and I have been doing a lot of running around trying to get some things established, as well as getting the inside rearranged, some unpacking, and just odds and ends jobs that were more important than weedy whacking and mowing. So everything is a mess, and I just kind of wanted a video to be completely transparent for you guys and let you see what it looks like when I get here, and the work that is going to be involved in getting it cleaned back up and looking like it's loved again. So just know that, and that way you kind of understand the starting point of where I'm starting, and also the update on all the gardens. So I am going to start by feeding the dogs. No need to wait until I set it out. Are you seriously going to be rude? Or are you going to sit there and be polite? Okay. Cattle dogs and their impatience. I'm telling you. Okay. You have had yours. It's not my fault you finished first. This goes inside for Bossy. Who's out hunting already. Okay, so we'll do the porch area first. It is a beautiful morning. The fog across the field. Fall is here, and as you can see, while we were gone, we have had some serious overgrowth of weeds and vines and stuff. So this is what it looks like when you show up after not being around for a while. Tables need to be cleaned. Everything needs to be blown off. I will take you in and show you just a couple changes in here. We got this bedroom. My grandmother's chest is in here, and I rearranged it a little bit. Not much has changed in there, but the living room is now organized, I think, to where I want it for now. I just saw a dog. Oh, kids are out in the front yard playing. Nothing's changed in the tomato room or the office. I did get my bedroom furniture moved in, which is my grandmother's furniture. So got that part done. Check out that ceiling, you guys. My room is completely done being remodeled now. Mr. Wonderful got that beautiful cedar ceiling up to match all the trim and everything, and he went ahead, and if I turn around, he went ahead and did the ceiling in the hallway too. I just think it's so pretty. So that's really all the changes inside the house. Let's head outside and see what we can find out there. My utility trailer is hooked up today because I need to go get hay. I'll explain a little bit more of that here in a minute. Starting here, there are onions in there. Some of the squash that we planted didn't do anything here. The glads they did their thing. The weeds are just, it's insane. My pepper plants here actually did do some things, but as you can see, the deer and the pests have really gotten to them. So there is some peppers on there. There's one down here, actually. The tomatoes here did really well. I will need to come out and tie them up. They still have some green on them. They have some that have been damaged. It's all a tangle right now, but I think that the majority of these that we see here are all the big boy. And there's just, look at that. There's a ton of green tomatoes, and so far the weather looks good for them to turn red, but we'll see. This is the chocolate sprinkles, and it has just a ton of buds, a ton of fruit. It's doing really well. And as you can see, I started to tie it up before I left in June, but it's just turned into a tomato jungle, and that's okay with me. This is lettuce actually that went to seed. The zucchini here is doing, see, it's flowering, but the buds are freezing now, so I don't expect to get anything else out of it. The beans are gone, and check out that weed. It is taller than the house. I don't even know what it is, but that's just incredible. So the fruit trees seem to have fared okay. I'm not gonna go all the way out there. They fared okay. I've got some dead. I'm not gonna go all the way out there because of the tall grass and my fear of snakes. I'll wait till I get it all mowed. I lost my fig. And I did in fact lose my blueberries as well. So we'll be replanting those. The peach tree that I was so worried about that was getting laced when I left in June is right there, and it's doing fine. So as you can see, just a ton of growth. Even the raised bed is just socked with grass and weeds and all kinds of stuff. So we'll go out here There's another one. It's just massive. I have no idea what that is, but it's not gonna stay there. If anybody knows what these things are, please comment below. Like I said, my blueberries, they just didn't make it. My potatoes are all done and pulled. Hazy Hops, get your butt back in the yard. This garden is a wonderland. Absolute wonderland. So that's an eggplant. A Casper eggplant. This is Black Beauty eggplant. Those are cayenne peppers that survived. In neglect. I have not been here since June. This garden has not been watered since July. I had a water boy for a little while and then lost him, and so this has not been watered since July. I'm not sure what this is. I believe if I trace it back, it is a buttercup squash. So that should be tasty. And tomatoes, just cute little tomatoes everywhere. Oh, I don't know what this is. Here's an acorn squash. Tomatoes and tomatillos. Tomatillos did real well. That you can see that they've dropped most of their husks, or most of their tomatillos. Get over here. On the ground here, and they're just, there's nothing to them now. But they did produce, and these are the purple tomatillos. Now they just look like little, perfect for Halloween, they just look like little cute ornamental lanterns. Let's see if I can get this open. There's one. Purple tomatillo. I grew tomatillos. I've never grown tomatillos. So that's exciting. Let's see, the corn passed away. It does not look like it actually ever did anything unless the deer have eaten what was there, which is highly possible. We have lots of deer here. Those look like lemon cucumbers that are past their prime. This is so cool, you guys. So these are cucumbers, and this is what they do. These would be perfect for saving seeds out of, which I will probably do. There's 3 great big huge ones. I'd have enough cucumber seeds for me and you and anybody else. That, I believe, is a weed. Just don't know what kind of weed. I believe that it is a direct relative to the one up there next to the gondola that's got the berries on it. I do not know what it is. Just making sure I'm not missing anything here. There's vines going everywhere. Nobody here to train them to go up the trellises, so they just kind of vined wherever they wanted. These are also cucumbers. They're just ginormous. And these are probably still edible. I'll have to see. But those are all cucumbers. So I grew food. There's a bell pepper that passed away. Okra. This is really cool. I grew okra. And hear that? Those are all the okra seeds. So I will be able to save seeds from this plant that survived in a neglected garden and plant them next year. And maybe if they're not neglected, maybe I'll actually get harvest out of them. This was of course, the Clemson spineless. Look at all those cucumbers. Here's another, looks like a cucumber. Nope, that is an underdeveloped honeydew, is what that is. There is a pumpkin on the other side of the fence. I'll have to come back around to it. Mostly dead, but there's some treasures in here. And of course you guys got to see what Mr. Wonderful brought home to Oregon after his last visit. And so he came through and picked a lot of stuff, watermelons, but this is what's remaining. Check that out. That is a perfectly good pumpkin, you guys. I will be harvesting that. And maybe making Thanksgiving pumpkin pie with it. So that's what's up in the neglected garden. You know, I didn't expect to show up here and have just a ton of food to eat. And honestly, after the drought that Arkansas had, I didn't really expect anything to be here. So for all this food to be thriving in a neglected state is just, it's really encouraging to me. So we will head out to the barn now. I can hear some very unhappy sheep. Mr. Wonderful, when he was here, did manage to take a look at the well and get what needed for it to be fixed to become functional. And that is what my animals are drinking. So my animals are not on the county water where I have to worry about the chlorination or anything. They are getting the well water from the property and they are drinking it perfectly fine. That will be on an upcoming project here. That is hot wire stakes to make Velvet's pasture. Good morning. Good morning. Check on Rogie and her sidekicks, which we probably won't get to see. They are very frightened. I'm not used to dogs. Never been out of the shelter, the animal control where I picked them up. And so I'm just giving them space and time. They have food and water. It does look like they ate the can of canned food. Good morning. Rogi's not in her normal spot. Let's see if these guys are back here. I hear them. Good morning. Yeah, you're very scared. I know, girls. Good morning. Hey, girls. Good morning. I will leave them be. Trying to let them slowly adjust. It's okay that they're a little wild. They were not wild at the animal shelter. They were climbing all over us. Roki, good morning. Wherever you are. So anywho, those are the two. You'll be seeing more of them once they acclimate. I'm more of a passive person when it comes to allowing animals to acclimate, especially if I don't want them to be overly friendly. Those are going to be barn cats, and I do not want them to be overly friendly. And so I am just I'm not forcing them to love me. I'm giving them the space that they need to acclimate to their new surroundings. And that is just my way of doing it. I'm trying to say good morning to Rogi, but I can't find her. Mr. Wonderful has been here, as you can see. He brought a lot of his tools with him. And so that's what all of that is. That's all of his tools, or not all of them, it's some of his tools that he's organized into tubs and stuff. And so that's really good. And then of course, as you can see, I'm still looking for Rogi. As you can see, he's gotten some things laid out here for projects, and he's making himself to home in his shop, which I think is beautiful. That's a bone cutter for when we butcher, big freezer. The lawnmower made its way in here. My power washer, of course, that's my garden corner over there. And some other freezers, his table saw. And then of course, I don't know if you guys remember, but this whole pile here next to the shopping cart, that's actually a dump pile that I need to get taken to the dump. So there's that. So we'll see her, I suppose, at a later time. Not really sure where she's napping at, but it's a big shop, so there's nowhere that she can get out that I'm aware of. So let's go out and take care of these hungry mouths. Good morning. Good morning, Rescue. Good morning. How is everybody this morning? Good morning. Good morning. So on the subject of our hay, we were really excited about these 5 bales. Unfortunately, upon talking to the guy who did them for us, I called him to inquire about what could have possibly gone wrong. So far, the 2 bales, I've broken into this big bale and that small bale. All of that's laying there that Rescue's on top of right now, and the pile next to it, that is all from this smaller bale here. And the further I get into the bale, the more moldy it gets. So it is not okay to feed the horse. It's okay to feed my ruminants if I wanted to. I've been kind of trying to let the sheep pick through what they want, and I'll garden the rest. But of course, Velvet cannot have that hay. So hence the reason why I'm going and getting hay this morning. So that's a total bummer, but things happen, and we just have to keep moving forward and keep rolling with what we can do. So I'm gonna get these guys some snacks here. So I went ahead and I've been feeding the sheep a little bit of our hay from this farm, and then putting some good horse hay. My sheep are spoiled. They're used to eating horse hay, so it's gonna take them some time to acclimate to eating hay that's maybe not perfect. And again, it's not a habit that I like to practice. So I will be going and getting good horse hay today, and we will probably, hopefully, be getting a steer, and so this will be able to go to the steer, or it will be going into the gardens for mulching and things like that. I'm not a super big fan of putting hay in gardens, because then of course it seeds, and then you grow the seeds in your garden and you end up with a super grassy garden. So there's downfalls, but I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this hay at the moment. And that's that. As you can see, I have put up indoor stalls for my animals, and we will be working on pastures. That's some of the projects that we will be doing here soon. My willow survived out there, which is really a cool thing. The dogs are so enjoying the farm, all this room to run on. Even the Chihuahua is thoroughly enjoying her room to play and hunt and cannot believe that the guy who did the hay didn't run this guy over, but here's my little Willow. Survived. I'm so happy about that. Just tickled. So that's a little walk around the farm this morning, and what's going on here, and the updates and the workload and the successes and the failures. Lots of work to do, lots of projects to come, but just so enjoying the beauty of this farm and the letting the idea that I'm actually finally here with no plans to leave at the moment, and this is home. And it feels, I don't even know how to explain it. It fills me with so much pride and so much success in my heart that I didn't give up. I didn't, even when it was hard, and even when I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sacrifice yet another thing. I didn't give up. I kept moving forward, taking one step in front of the other, and it was all for that reaching. It was all reaching for that grasp of that moment. And at the time, I didn't know what it would feel like. I had an idea of what I assumed it would feel like, but I didn't know really what it would feel like. All I knew is that it would feel good. And now that I've arrived to that milestone and the feeling that it has given me, oh, it's so worth it. I mean, I cannot describe to you how full my heart is, how blessed I feel, how grateful I feel to all the people who supported me and pushed me to follow my dream. Grateful for the good Lord to lead me on this path and to give me the courage and the stamina to just keep going. So grateful for Mr. Wonderful. This would not be possible without him. The projects and the things that he does to make my life simpler and to work more efficiently on the farm. He's the grease that oils this machine. And he's the contractor, he's the plumber, he's the repairman, he's the brains, he is half of this team that has this dream, and could not do it without him. So welcome to the farm, you guys. I hope you enjoy the ride. I hope that this adventure, this journey of mine, if there's something, if you're looking at doing the same thing, moving all the way across the country, or even, just moving from a small neighborhood property in a subdivision to, buying an acre and having a homestead. I hope that this gives you the inspiration that you can do it. And just keep chasing your dreams, you guys. That feeling when you get there, it's amazing. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you in future projects. Thanks for stopping by. Yours truly.